Welcome to Season 3 of Soccer Over Gotham, an NWSL podcast covering New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC. Hosted by Ruby Pinto and Gary Gibson. Welcome to episode 67 of Soccer Over Gotham. We have a great show for all of you. Gary, tell us what we have in this episode.
A lot. We got to break down not one, but two games, not one, but two wins, not one, but two clean sheets. Gotham goes on the road again and gets 3 points late in a victory over the Pride, then returns home and kicks off the Challenge Cup with a victory. We have our first Gotham FC interview of the season. I can't wait for you to hear Ruby's interview with none other than Yazmeen Ryan. Let's just get started. Ruby, how are you?
Oh my God, I'm excited. I still a little hyped up from last night from the game. And yeah, but first of all of you have to listen to this interview with Ryan. I think it's a really great interview, and I'm really glad we got to know her a little more. We were at the game last night. We were there, we were live, and I love being at the games live. We got home, well, I got home almost at midnight, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, welcome to my life, getting home after midnight. But yes, this weekend is, get this, my 15-year anniversary with my girlfriend.
Woo! That's a long time.
I know. I've never done anything this long.
Oh, really? All right.
Uncharted territory for me.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but when are you going to put a ring on it?
No marriage, no kids.
All right. As long as you guys are both like, good with that, it works out.
Yeah, I am unlucky in a lot of ways, in some ways, but lucky in love always. But yeah, let's get back to the podcast. Hate talking about myself. Again, I am just glad to get back to Gotham player interviews again.
I am so glad too. This interview was so much fun, and you guys have to listen till the end. I'm just so excited for this season, and it's been 4 games so far, and it already feels different,
It does feel a lot different. We get to do these pressers. You did a great job with the post-game presser, and I'm trying to get to the pre-game pressers from Thursdays when I can, and I'm playing the long game with these pressers. So besides asking the wrong kind of questions, my goal is to get players to say nice things about each other and then cut them together, put them on our YouTube page. I already got Kristen Edmonds and Ali Krieger the other day. That's up there on the YouTube channel. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. And again, Ruby, you're back with the live post-game pressers on Instagram.
Yes, we're back. And thank you to everyone that tuned in to the live on Instagram. I know it was pretty late for some of you. I think we got to do the press conference around 11 o'clock, something like that. It was, around 11 o'clock. Not many people joined, but the people that were there, you guys are warriors. I wasn't able to save the live, but I will do it for the next time. And yeah, I got some good videos of a mix zone that we did yesterday. That's something new that it's back now, or because of the pandemic, they wouldn't do it before. And I can't wait just to post all these good videos on all our socials.
Yeah, can't wait to see them. That sounds like a lot of fun. And team news, shout out to Sinead Farrelly for making her Ireland debut.
Yeah, she made her Ireland debut. And she also got her first start with Gotham against Washington Spirit.
She did. All right, let's get to some of these games, shall we?
Let's go.
All right, so both of these teams, Orlando, are coming into this match in pretty bad form. 1, 2, and 7 combined in our last 10. Orlando is winless in their last 8, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 9. Gotham hasn't kept a clean sheet in 19. Something has to give here. First, the ref, Elvis Osmanovic, was the ref for this one, a very experienced ref. So injuries, just Neely Martin and Taryn Torres were out for this one. The formation, back to the 4-3-3. We have Niswanger at left back, Edmonds and Freeman in the middle, and O'Hara on the right side. Mewis, Long, and Pickett in the middle. Ryan, Williams, and Anamanu across the front. Welcome back, Captain Krieger, to the 18. Thoughts, Ruby?
Well, this team has so much depth that it's really hard or impossible to have a bad lineup.
Yeah, that's going to be a theme this season, definitely. Amoros is a Bit of a mad scientist. I'm gonna have to get used to it. I like Jenna, but we already have a forward slash left back convert in Dorsey. I think I prefer Anumanu in the 9 and Lynn out wide, but that's me nitpicking a bit. A ton of firepower on this bench. We got Smith, Purse, and Fairley to bring on.
But I do agree. I would like to see Onumanu in the 9 as well. And I am a big fan of Jenna Neiswanger. I really like her dynamic style of play, and I just love seeing her play. She doesn't seem like a rookie to me when she plays. It's awesome. It's refreshing.
Before we get to this game, I think we do need to talk about Paramount Plus. So, what is this? Is this the A League on YouTube stream? I mean, I'm
My
joking.
God.
Yeah, fun fact. For 4% of our audience is from Australia. It's our largest fan base outside of the US. We love our Australian friends. Thanks for taking care of our girl Hensley, whose whereabouts remains a mystery. Anyway, what a mess that was.
Yeah, it was a mess. But Hensley is back home and spending some time with her family. That's what I seen in her Instagram. So she's back. Well, maybe she's just taking a little break before she's coming back. Who knows? But back to the mess. It was terrible. It was really terrible. I think I have that little Paramount song stuck in my head.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it was going like on and on and on and on. At the end, I saw someone on Twitter that you could watch it through the VSL, but as long as you're out of the country. So I had to use VPN to be able to watch some of the game. But still, that stream was terrible. So yeah, they need to do better.
certainly do. If they're going to stick with Paramount Plus for next season, Paramount and CBS has to put a lot more investment into this because that's not good enough. This was a very good performance for the 60 minutes we did see. Gotham held possession, kept the ball away from Orlando's dangerous attackers, and kept them in check for the most part. Let's just go and talk about the goals. The first goal, Ruby, Gotham, a little luck, clearly a handball, perfect penalty again from Midge, top shelf.
A little luck. We got a little luck. We got a lot of luck. Anyway, but Midge Purse is a beast with the penalties. She's just cold blooded. I just love seeing her play. But in the first half, the little that we watched in the first half, Orlando Pride had some really good chances. Messiah Bright she had a couple of good chances, but Gotham held their own.
Certainly did. The second goal, what did I tell you, Ruby? If Gotham can score first, opponents have to come forward, and Lynn is going to feast.
That second goal, I love seeing Lynn play because she's fearless. She just goes for it. She just goes for it, and it was amazing. Yeah, even if it was only 60 minutes that we saw, it was a great goal. Thanks, Paramount.
The last defender acted as if Lynn was going to take the ball to the corner and took a poor angle, and Lynn looked up and said, "Okay, I'll go to goal then." So the latest regular NWSL season goal, another goal closer to the NWSL goal scorer list, 59, tied for second all time with Sinclair. Let's go, Bats.
Let's go. But, it was a big mistake from the Orlando defender. Like, Lynn and Midge, you can't just leave them. And and just to let you know, they set a new record in Orlando. This is an NWSL record for the latest goals in a game. So Midge at the 99th minute, and then Lynn Williams in the 106th minute.
Yes, fantastic. So this is not necessarily a player note, but I found it odd that the ref called the hydration break late in the first half. But I've learned since then that he was observing Rabadad and used it as a way to break his fast. So it makes more sense now, and it's actually kind of cool.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't know that. But yep, makes sense now. Plus, that Florida heat, it's no joke.
No doubt. Absolutely. As I said in the pregame Twitter space, that I wanted to see Victoria Pickett make an impact. So she's a tremendous talent that has been good, but hasn't been the game changer that I know that she can be. This was one of her better performances, and she was close on a couple of game-breaking passes. Another Gotham player that if she reaches her potential, this team could be absolutely scary.
Yeah, definitely. And Pickett and the rest of the team, They have not reached their potential. That's what I believe. This season's start has been really good, and it will be really, really fun covering it.
Yeah, Ruby, about the broadcast itself, it's funny because one of the announcers was named Gary, and Noella DM'd me and she said that she expected to hear my voice every time the announcer was asked the question. So I did on my own start entering the questions because I'm a nerd, and I was just glad that nobody was around to hear me.
Oh my god. It's so funny that she said that because I thought about you too when they were saying Gary throughout the game. That was funny. And maybe next time you can live stream it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, they should give us one of these games. I could definitely do play by play. I think I could do it.
I'll be your color commentator.
That'd be great. For onto Gotham, fantastic job defensively in this one. Now, Orlando may not be in the greatest form, but they do have dangerous attackers. Bright is a talent, and outside of the two
Mhm.
chances, she was extremely invisible. So on her second chance, she was essentially in on goal, but good on Edmonds, despite being turned, just kept her body in front of Bright enough so she has to take one touch too many, and nice swung her cleared. So I'm just going to say this, but KC has given up 9 goals in 3 league games.
Oof.
I wouldn't discount the effect of Kristen losing Kristen on their performance so far.
Oof. And talking about KC, it was announced earlier this week that the head coach, Matt Porter, has been fired after only 3 games into the season. And it was a surprise for some of the players from KC that the head coach was fired. Some of them didn't know. And, it is tough, but this is a performance based job. It's hard. Anyway, thank you to KC for giving us Edmonds and Williams
And Pickett.
and Pickett. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking, honestly.
No, we're better off for it. But Orlando is a tough place to play in the humidity. I think the team did pretty well overall.
I live in Orlando like most of my life. Let me tell you, you can swim in that humidity.
Yeah, no doubt. Just a side note, I hope Dorsey starts getting some minutes because I was about to start the hashtag Free Dorsey campaign. Is it too early for that?
I mean, it's been 4 games. I don't know, but hashtag free Dorsey.
Post game quotes. Purse praised Gotham's deep roster and especially Nyswanger as everyone contributed to the win. And now I agree there. I think Gotham's depth is scary. No Brunina, Goodman's daughter, or Kawasumi in this match, and Gotham's bench was still stacked.
A note on Bruninia, since the live stream wasn't posted on our Instagram, technical difficulties. Call us Paramount Plus. But anyway, the coach mentioned that Bruninia wasn't able to play for this game because she had some paperwork to do and wasn't in order for her to come to Orlando. That was the reason she wasn't there. But I think everything's good now. But yeah, like you said, it's really crazy how good of a team they are. And this is a good problem to have, especially now in this year that's a World Cup year.
Purse goes on to say that Gotham hasn't begun to touch what they can become. And honestly, who could argue? The potential for this team is scary. This is a special group of players.
Yeah. This is the moment Gotham and their fans have been waiting for since last season. They have worked so hard, but I see the mindset is different this time around. And like Lynn Williams said, you have to celebrate every victory. So we are ready to celebrate every victory.
Yeah, that was a fantastic quote. But Ruby, do you have any stats of the game?
Yes. This is Gotham's first clean sheet of the season. Abby Smith with 5 saves and 3 of those in the box. Great game for
Yes.
her.
Hashtag manifesting those clean sheets. Worked out, it paid off. This was a dominant performance from Gotham. 62% possession. That's what you want to see out of this team. They
Yes.
kept the ball away from Orlando's best attackers. It pays off. Let's get to our player of the week on Twitter at Over Gotham Pod. Fans chose Williams. Thanks to the fans who voted. Do you agree, Ruby?
I couldn't agree more with the fans. Feels like Lynn Williams is unstoppable. She is playing with an injury on her arm. In the other game, she didn't have a cleat. She doesn't need a cleat to play. She scores goals. She defends. She's scary. All these defenders must be scared of her. I know I would be. How about
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I would be too. Yeah, I think it has to be Lynn. Lynn just never stops. Absolutely relentless. And side note, I think Lynn is the only player that can play the ball so far away from her body on touches and it not be a problem.
Mhm.
For example, like when she scored the goal late on, that first touch away from the defender for like you and me, Ruby, for us mere mortals, that ball is going to the keeper. The defender's able to get a better read on it and get a better angle and take that away, but not the Lynn. Lynn is just too quick. She's an
Mhm.
exciting player. I'm glad she's here again. Go Bats.
Go Bats.
All right, let's get to our second game, which is the hunt for $1 million, the Challenge Cup versus Washington Spirit. This is the opener. Gotham enters the Challenge Cup with some confidence. Washington also came into the match undefeated. However, Washington is without Hatch and Rodman, excused absence. Interesting for this one. Get to
Hmm.
the roster. We have injuries just Torres and Imani Dorsey, excused absence. Interesting. The formation 4-3-3. We have Brunina on the left, Smith on the right, Krieger and Jean are back. Mewis, Zerboni, and Fairley across the middle, and Williams, Goodman's daughter, and Anomanu across the front. Your thoughts, Ruby?
Challenge Cup is here, but this time a little different format than the previous years. This is a great mix to start the Challenge Cup and get a good look at all the players that we have. It's very exciting. It's something fresh. We have players that haven't started before. So I think this was a great lineup to see how other players perform.
Yes. This is the exact type of lineup you want to use in these midweek Challenge Cup games. This is a perfect time to see Ellie Jean in center back. This is a good time to stick at Krieger back in the field. It's a good time to see Zerboni start again. And I find it almost as interesting to see who's left off this roster than who is left in. And this one, we have no Kawasumi, no Freeman, no Abby Smith. Ridiculous roster.
Yeah. I kind of miss Kawasumi. And but
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of miss her. But I'm also glad that Krieger's back.
Yes. Yeah, she had a terrific game. I don't know if I mentioned in my notes, but she just had another picture perfect solid performance. She
Hmm.
just it's hard to talk about Krieger sometimes because it's just like okay, she had another flawless game with like not making any mistakes. It's just like it
This
is what it
Krieger
is.
doing Krieger.
Yeah. But let's get to the game recap just to get some overall thoughts. So, Ruby, do you have any overall thoughts?
So Gotham gives another good performance here with our last game. Even with different players starting, the level of play is high.
Absolutely. Just game balls all around. Last season, it was hard to fit 4 players into the end of the match Twitter polls that I made. This season, like I'm having a really hard time getting it down to 4. This was a very competent performance, just like it was in Orlando, and the team looks like it's starting to gel. The way Gotham moved the ball in the second half really reminded me of the Freya Coombe Gotham when they were just playing the ball around, having fun, and it was free flowing. Really nice combinations.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they picked up from where Freya left them. Now that the team has found a coach that fits the players, I think the sky's the limit. I'm pretty sure other teams are raising their eyebrows and watching Gotham now.
Yeah, they should be. So, Ruby, Gotham does a great job in compressing the field early in this match. So, Washington has trouble getting out of Gotham's press. Gotham is pressing with 4 players, and it makes it really hard to shift the ball back and forth between the defensive backs without getting into some type of pressure. In the 25th minute, you could see Parsons talking to Kingsbury and telling her to just start playing long diagonal balls, just bypass the pressure, and it does get them some relief but not enough. But it's good to see this team starting to make better pressing decisions. Getting onto some player notes, Mandy Haught looked terrific in this one. Obviously, their time away did good for her, just getting her starts and minutes. I hope they give her the Challenge Cup as her tournament. I would really, really like to see that. She was just a competent, commanding, very well done.
Yes, great minds think alike. And I was thinking the same thing. I would like to see her play the Challenge Cup. Let that be her thing. But Gotham develops great goalkeepers like Sheridan, Didi. We have Mandy Haught now, and she got a clean sheet. So yes, I she deserves to have another go. Just give her the whole Challenge Cup.
She looks very much like a Dee Dee and Sheridan type keeper. I don't know. She just has that feel about her. So she's obviously learned a lot from those two players. But Ruby, if someone told me last season that we would have an Ellie Jean and Ali Long center back pairing, I would probably laugh. But we did, and it was fine. Ellie had possibly her best performance for Gotham, and also congrats to Neely Martin on making her Gotham debut.
Yes, Ellie Jean was named Woman of the Match last night for the game. Well deserved. She did great. Great job. I also expect to see more minutes from Ellie Jean because that performance was great.
Yeah, certainly. So this was the first back-to-back wins and clean sheet since June of last year. Yeah, technically not in the same competition, but I'll take it.
I know. Yeah, last year, I don't let's not talk about last year. But yeah, I'll take it too.
Yeah. Lynn Williams has 3 goals in 4 matches so far this season. Sorry, Casey, but y'all a mess. Lynn is just a player you want to root for. And yep, we're the bats now.
We're the bats now. But yeah, 3 goals and 3 bat celebrations. We are expecting more bat celebrations for every goal. So, Lynn, you got to keep it up. You can catch the video of Lynn's celebration from last night against Washington on our Twitter account if you missed it or if they didn't show it on Paramount.
Yeah, it's a cute video. Mewis being Mewis and Lynn being Lynn was nice. But I feel like I've talked a lot about the rookie so far this season, but how can you not? Even in the 8 minutes, she almost got 2 assists and a goal. If you go back and watch the highlights, look at the last touch that Jenna puts on the ball to Iffy, just perfectly placed through traffic to her preferred right foot. Just an absolute stacked roster. For a rookie to stand out the way she has so far and is impressed the way she has, she's an absolute gem.
Yeah, she was so close on getting a goal and assist as well. I think Gotham did a great job drafting Jenna. Before the season started, I mentioned how excited I was to watch her play. And let me tell you, she does not disappoint. Definitely not. And I just can't wait to see her play again this weekend.
She demands a starting spot.
Yeah, it's
That's yeah.
yeah, it's very competitive out there. We've been saying it's this roster, has depth. So for her to find minutes in the space and starting like some of these games, it's awesome, especially as a rookie.
We talked in the first game about having a little luck. There was a moment before the second half. There was a long cross from Washington to the back post that just gets deflected wide. For whatever reason, last season, that goes in. So this season, we're just getting a little bit of luck.
It kind of feels like all the manifesting we did last season is paying off right now because we manifested the hell out of it.
We certainly did. Yes. Let's get some post game quotes. Zerboni on playing with Sinead Fairley. She said she gets emotional. She says, I'm just bursting at the seams with joy and happiness for her. She's someone who deserves the world. She's such a positive spirit and shines on everyone around her. I'm grateful to be next to her to watch that light.
Yeah, I was there for that moment. And yeah, she was emotional. And I have the video of this moment. It was really nice of her to say these things about Sinead. And I think we are all lucky to have both of them play for Gotham. And I'll post those videos once I edit them.
And Zerboni had a fantastic game this one. This was one of her better performances too. It's just
Yeah.
nice to have a player like her caliber come off in these Challenge Cup games and just be so commanding. She was really good. Do you have any stats of the game, Ruby?
So for this game, I have some stats about the Challenge Cup. Gotham has advanced out of group play in the 2020 and 2021 Challenge Cup. I expect that this year again and
Yes.
win the whole thing.
Yes. The hunt for $1 million. Let's go for it.
Yes. What about you?
All right. I think my stat of the week is 0. 2 clean sheets in a row. You can't lose if the opponent can't score.
Ooh, that's the only zeros I like.
Yeah. Let's get to the player of the week. Over Gotham Pod, fans chose Williams again. Thanks for the fans who voted. Do you agree again, Ruby?
You know, it was really hard for me to pick just one player because they all performed so great last night. And I cannot pick just one player. This was a team effort, and everyone looked so good. They were defending, attacking. The score was only 1-0, but it could have easily been 3-0.
I agree. This was a team effort, but I'm going to give it to Jean. I think she looked a great shift in at center back. Looked like a natural. Good for her.
After the game, we got to catch up with Ellie Jean as well. And she was really excited after the game. Again, I'll post the video sometime this weekend.
Another player you want to root for, and I'll say it again. Go back and listen to her interview. It was amazing from last season. It was one of our better ones. On to standings. We are top of the Challenge Cup group. So it's kind of funny that we play our entire group in a week and only one of those games counts towards the Challenge Cup. So next Challenge Cup matchup is Wednesday, May 3rd, away at the Courage.
Yes. And we are ready for another bat celebration.
Yeah, it feels like this is going to make a Lynn Williams revenge tour this year. She's just going to
Right?
go. Yeah. No doubt. All right, our next opponent, Gotham faces off against the Courage at home Saturday, 7:30 p.m. The Courage has come out a bit slow out of the gates. One win and two consecutive losses. Grabbed a last-minute draw in their Challenge Cup match with Orlando.
Yeah, very slow start. But you all can catch this game on Paramount Plus.
Maybe.
Yeah, if
Maybe half of
it
it.
works.
All right. So your thoughts on this matchup, Ruby?
Like you said, they have had a slow start. So I'm pretty sure Gotham is going to win this one. The Courage, they don't have the Davina anymore. Usually Davina she was the one making the goals as well as Ordonez. They're not there anymore. So this team feels like it fell apart without them. And then they are in this like rebuilding stage. I'm pretty sure Gotham is going to win this. What are your thoughts?
Let's keep the good times rolling at home. Let's make it 3-for-3 against this group. Last time, Ruby, that Gotham put 3 wins in a row together was July 2016. As you said, the Courage with no Dabinha or Ordonez is a completely different team. I think we got this. So what are we manifesting this week?
We are manifesting another win, another bat celebration, and also I won an Anumanu goal.
Yeah, she's been working so hard. It's time for it to pay off for her. But I am manifesting a third win. I want to beat that record from 2016. Let's just get that one, and let's get another third clean sheet. Any random thoughts before we go?
I don't have any random thoughts this week, but do you?
I do. So next week, we are going to get caught up on KC with our friend Danielle from the KC Blue Crew. Obviously, we have a ton to talk about. She's one of my favorite guests. She's so much fun. And yeah, we have a great list again for May. Another Gotham FC player, hopefully. Another hashtag once Gotham interviews. Again, I'm working on getting possibly Sandra Herrera on the show. We'll see what happens. But hopefully make it work. Can't wait.
You're going to be busy. We're going to be busy. Sounds like a great time.
Absolutely. So let's just get to your interview with Yazmeen Ryan, shall we?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. Hi, fans. Before we get to the next segment, I just want to thank everybody for helping this podcast grow. It's been amazing. We absolutely appreciate you. You can also help us grow the show by repping our merchandise. Please visit tpublic.com, search Soccer Over Gotham Podcast, all 4 words. All the proceeds go back into the podcast for upgrades. Also, 10% goes towards the Black Women's Player Collective, our favorite cause. And now, back to the show.
Our next guest can only be described as a winner. Won the state championship as a high school freshman, went to TCU where she won the Big 12 champion for the Horned Frogs, then became NWSL Cup champion, and hopefully this player continues to win here at Gotham FC. This warrior wears number 18 for New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC. Welcome to the show, Yazmeen Ryan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. I just want to say thank you for being here because I bet you're so busy. You probably had training today.
Yeah, we did.
How was that?
It was good. It was a nice session before we head to Florida. But yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to start.
Yeah, and we had such a nice day and nice weather. Jersey can be a little crazy.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's been really nice the past couple of days. So it's made training I feel like that much more fun because we're not thinking about like how cold it is. We're not all wrapped up. Like everybody's just, yeah.
For real. But again, thank you for coming to the show. You were on the top of the list of players we wanted to talk to this season because your story is so interesting and we want Gotham fans to get to know you better. You've been a winner wherever you've gone, and we cannot wait to explore your competitor drive and what makes you such a special player.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm that's why I'm here is to keep winning and to put Gotham at the top. So hopefully, yeah, that definitely continues.
All right, so we're going to start with some like easy questions. We're going to throw some fire rapid questions just to kind of break off the ice and make it a little fun. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So, the first question here, your favorite cheat meal?
Oh, steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, and a salad.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, mac
I
and
don't
mac and cheese, mac and
mac
cheese,
and
mac and
cheese. Can't
cheese.
forget mac and cheese.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, now it makes it a cheat meal because everything
yeah.
else sounded pretty healthy to me. But the mac and cheese, yeah.
Yeah, that I left out the best part. Sorry about
All
that.
right. All right, next question. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, anything Rihanna, Beyonce. Yeah.
All right, Rihanna, 1, 2, 3, go. Under my umbrella.
No, not that one. I
No.
would say like I think it's called Russian Roulette.
Ooh, I love that
Yeah,
song.
I like that
Yeah.
one.
I can't think of the lyrics right now, but it's such a beautiful song.
Yeah,
It's one of
it
those.
is. And it's a cool music video too.
Yeah. All right, next one. What are you nerdy about outside of soccer?
I don't really do much outside soccer, but I do love like miniature things. So like now I'm starting like my miniature purse collection.
Ooh.
Yeah, just something I kind of like thought of because I do love smaller
Uh-huh.
items that aren't supposed to be small, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And then right now I'm kind of learning how to play chess. So like I'm doing that on my Nintendo Switch. So
That's
yeah.
really cool. Have you watched that show on Netflix? What was it called? The Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, I have. I have seen that.
Oh, yeah, I think everyone wanted to learn how to play chess after that.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah. All right, next
Well,
question. Go ahead,
okay.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know if I'll ever be at that level, but it was still pretty interesting to watch.
It is really interesting, and it's really interesting to learn chess. I know a little bit, and I know how the pieces move, but
Mhm.
there's some players that like can make like think ahead of like 5, 6 moves, and I'm not there yet either.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough.
All right. So next question: most used social media app?
Instagram.
Instagram. All right. Well, we're gonna catch you on Insta then.
Yeah.
All right. Last music event you saw live.
This artist called Larry June.
Okay. When was that? Was that before pandemic or after?
After that was last year,
I
in
okay. I'm
July
gonna
maybe.
July. All right. Yeah. So I want to complain a little bit. I don't know if this happened to you, but now tickets for concerts are like ridiculous. Like they're so expensive.
Yeah, I haven't been. He's kind of like he's not underground anymore, but he's
Uh,
like more of a low key artist. So like the venue's like kind of small. There's still a lot of people, but he's not like mainstream, I guess I'd say. So it wasn't too bad.
all right.
It
You
was
got
like
to
normal, I feel like. He's still normal ticket prices. Whenever he gets up there, hopefully that's when I'm up there so I can afford him. But,
right.
but yeah, as of right now, he's like normal, like regular prices.
All right. Cool. Now you wouldn't be here without this person.
My mom and my fiance.
All right. And last but not least, what's your favorite thing about New Jersey, New York?
The high fashion.
High fashion. Oh, we saw you the fit, the game fit.
Yeah, that I had to like quickly throw something together to work with the
Yeah.
Tims that we got. And so, I mean, it ended up working out, but I'm still trying to, switch it up a little bit, do something different every time. So,
Did you get like a pep talk from like Mandy or someone else? Like, hey, got to be ready for fit day.
yeah, yeah, basically everybody's like, we are kind of known for this. You can't bring us down. And I'm like, you're right. We got to all go up to y'all's level.
I can't bring you down. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's switch gears a little bit now, and we're going to get to know you a little bit better. I know you are from Norman, Oklahoma. So
Mhm.
tell us how it was growing up there.
So I was in Oklahoma City for a while, but the club I played for was Norman, Oklahoma. I remember always like going to training was like a trip because it was me and my three sisters, and so we'd have trainings back to back to back. So we would be out in the soccer complex all
Mhm.
day. When it was a trip for us, it was only like 35, 40 minutes, but as a
Yeah.
kid, it's like kind of longer. And it's a long day for my mom, obviously. Yeah, it was just kind of like I felt like I was always out on the field training, whether that was my team by myself or with my sister's team.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was like pretty much like what my whole childhood consists of, was just making trips for training like that. And then eventually when we moved
Mhm.
to Norman, it ended up being way more convenient. And so that's when, I mean, I think we were probably at the fields like extra because it was walking distance at that point. So it was really nice moving to Norman and that change of scenery.
Yeah.
Getting to go to school with my friends that were on my club team because all of them lived in Norman.
Mhm.
So it was nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, you mentioned you played with your sister. So did you grow up in a soccer family?
Yeah. Me and I have three sisters, two older, one younger. And the oldest one started out in basketball, I think, because she was really tall. And then right around the time that she started soccer, I think she was like 11 or 12, which is right around, or she might have been 10. I don't know. But right when she started is like right when I think prime time for me to start. So I think I was like 3 or 4. So it just kind of like kicked off from there. We all started playing and it just worked out really well. We all ended up being really good.
Oh, you were really young, so that's where your love for soccer came from.
Yeah. Definitely at an early age for sure. I would say that it definitely came at an early age. I felt like it was like the only thing I was really good at and like
Uh-huh.
really confident at. So I
Mm.
wanted to stick with it and like
Yeah.
keep
Did you
growing in that way.
did you try any other sports other than soccer?
I didn't. I mean, I ran track,
Yeah.
but not like in high school, so not like for real.
Okay.
And I ran the 800. So it's like a longer distance.
Yeah, well, you need running for soccer, so that's good.
Yeah, but like not too much running. So like I remember in high school I wanted to like start doing track, but my high
Yeah.
school coach was like, "Nah, like we need you to save your legs. Like I need you running all the time." I just stayed with soccer and my sisters did too, except for my youngest sister did basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you like realize or when did you know that soccer could be a career for you?
So I love actually talking about this because it's so interesting. But when I knew that I wanted to play soccer like as a
Mhm.
career was when I went to Costa Rica for with the regional team
Mhm.
for ODP, and it was like the first time that I was exposed to soccer like worldwide. Like I was exposed to the depth of soccer
Mhm.
because you just playing in your hometown and like going to tournaments in Texas, which is only like 3 hours away, close proximity, and then when you leave the country,
Mhm.
play this sport where this sport is more well known in their country and it's more of like a lifestyle and the culture is like a whole nother ball game. And so I just remember when I first experienced that, I fell in love with everything about soccer, and it just showed me that the lengths of what this sport can take you and where it is. I was just in awe of the whole thing. The tournament that we played, we ended up winning too, so
Mhm.
that helped a lot too. I mean, I was just like, wow, like this is amazing. I want to keep doing this, and it was just so fun.
Yeah, Spanish countries or Latino countries are really passionate about soccer. So I
Mhm.
can see where you like got that and you wanted to pursue the career. But then you went to college and you chose TCU. What made you choose TCU?
I think what made me choose TCU was the way that Eric Bell, the head coach, and Ryan Higginbotham, the assistant coach, the way that they showed or explained their vision was just so clear for the program. And it was all about becoming this like winning program. And
Mhm.
I really related to that because I had won my high school's like very first championship, and
Mhm.
so to go there and to potentially win their TCU's first championship was something close to me and something I really resonated with. So Eric Bell's confidence
Mhm.
in the way that he laid out his vision of how he was going to make this program a well-known soccer program was I was bought in all the way. I didn't even know who TCU was whenever I
Mhm.
went. I didn't even know like that was even a school or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you always hear about the North Carolinas and the
Yeah.
Dukes and the Stanfords and like all these big schools. I think it's even more special when you go to a school that nobody's heard about or that hasn't done things like that before, and then take them to that level where they are competing in the Elite Eight of the NCAA championship and making a run in that in a big tournament like that. It's really special, and it just made my whole experience there that much better. And so yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so you guys kind of were considered like the underdogs, like you said, you guys were in like top school like North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now you're at Gotham. We're considered the underdogs. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's like wild though, because when even last season, looking at the roster, like this team has like they have the players, like and we still have the players now. So it's weird because we are the underdogs in when you look at just like places and like standings,
Yeah.
but I feel like we're gonna be so dominant, and like this is like a dominant team that that is just gonna keep growing and like keep being dominant throughout the season. So I'm excited to move that label away from this team, because I feel like we're so far from that, and we're actually like extremely dominant in a lot of places on the field. So
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
yeah, definitely the standings doesn't show the talent that it's in Gotham. But I want to go back to like your draft day. What was it like being drafted and having a team like Portland and having them having like on top of their board? How was that
Yeah,
feeling for you?
it was really cool. I didn't know, or I knew that I was contacted by Portland, like I think it was like a week or a couple of days before the draft. So it
Yeah.
all happened really fast. And I remember feeling kind of shocked
Yeah.
initially, not because I didn't believe in like my ability and my talent or what I could bring to the table, but because I didn't know if pro teams saw or recognized a school like TCU
Hmm.
ahead of all those other schools and all the other players at those other schools that get the promotion and all that stuff
Yeah.
that they get. So in that way, I was like kind of shocked, but I was so extremely grateful that they saw me and believed in me and was like, we want you here, and brought me into this league. So for that, I will forever be grateful. It's an amazing feeling, not only getting your name called in the draft, but especially in the first round, because you always feel like as a player that you can make it to that, and like you can be a first round draft pick. And so the fact that Portland saw that in me was amazing.
Yeah, if they picked you, it's because you were a standout for them. And you already, in your short career, been to the pinnacle of the NWSL mountaintop, if you can say. And congrats on winning the NWSL championship.
Thank you.
Yeah, take us through your emotions when you were starting, and walk us through that past, your emotions, that experience of that day, winning the championship.
I didn't know. I knew that when starting the semifinal that
Mhm.
there was a high chance that I would also be starting in the final.
Yeah.
So I tried not to stress too much about that,
Hmm.
because I knew that regardless of at what moment I came on or if I was on the whole time, that I wanted to fully perform. I felt like that game was the first time that I had set myself free of anything outside of myself.
Hmm.
I felt like I kind of let go of waiting for like others to approve my ability or my performance, and
Hmm.
found that within myself and trusted myself to just do my thing. And I think in that game, like I just felt like I was just playing, like I was just doing what the game called for. And I told myself that I was going to only play my role and do my role to the best that I know how. And if I did that, I would be fine. Finding those inside pockets, we won the ball in the midfield, and then Rocky getting the ball to me and facing up and turning forward. I just saw big gaps, and I was like, oh yeah, like if I just play the ball through one of these gaps, Sophie's gonna do her thing and it's gonna be great. So yeah, when I played it, it actually looked like it was a little short, like a tad bit short. So I was like, no. And then of course, Soph comes in, just
Yeah.
takes the ball and scores. So it was a great moment. And I think from then on, there's no way we're losing this game. There's no way.
At the end, it was perfect. It was not short. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But other than physically, this sport is really mentally and emotionally demanding, like you've said. And you have to have a strong mindset going into this sport. because anything could happen. Like you said, like you could be starting, you cannot be starting. So that's a stress on the player. And like you said, don't stress about those things and everything will fall into place. I think that's
Yeah.
the best. That's the best. So how much does it mean to you to experience that again here at Gotham?
I'm so excited to continue my journey with Gotham. I feel like for me personally, this is the real start to my career in a way.
Yeah.
Because originally going to Portland, I came in May, which was like the start of the season. So I felt like I really only got half a season. And then last season was like full experience. And then now there's just like no excuses. Like I just have to perform and I have to do my thing. To start that with this team, I think is perfect. I think we're a team full of players that I don't know how to put it, like that have that drive, and in a way like a bunch of players who are still looking to be the best in those conversations themselves. So when I think that can be just as dangerous when you put a team together of players who not necessarily aren't trying to prove themselves because they have, that are still working and like fighting for their spot in those conversations of like the best in the world and with their national teams and stuff like that. So yeah, I think this team is the perfect way to jumpstart my career.
Yeah, awesome. And I want to officially say welcome to Gotham. We are so excited that you're here, and you cannot believe how excited we are. And you got to experience Gotham Grit that last game of the season at Red Bull Arena, where Gotham fought back against Portland from 3-1 down to deny the Shield. As much that as much as I don't know, but I think that must have stung. You guys didn't get the
For
Shield that
sure.
day.
For
uh,
sure.
was that drive and fight something that got you excited joining this group of warriors?
Yeah, I mean, it again, like kind of like I said earlier, looking at the roster, you wouldn't think that this team would be last place at all. And I think that they showed that in that final game, that they're not a team that should have been in the position that they were in, and they should have been competing for the Shield in that game. And so yeah, I mean, I think it just goes to show the type of team that they are, and the potential that they have. And so, yeah, I mean, that was so annoying being on the other side of that. but for sure, it made me just that more excited to be with this group.
And like you said, we have a lot of talent here. We have some legends in the sport. Some of the best soccer players the US has produced. What is it like getting to compete with these players and these warriors?
It's awesome. I learn new things every day, and if I want to be my best self, and I want to keep growing, then I got to surround myself with the best. And so being surrounded with them is only helps me, and I'm like so grateful to be learning from these players every single day, and to hear and to see and to watch their careers and to hear their experiences and to learn from them is something that I feel like you can't get just anywhere. So I'm grateful to just be a part of this group and to share and to be amongst them along their journey.
Yeah.
And to have our journeys kind of intertwine with a lot of these players. Because I mean, for some of them, I watched them prior to entering this league. So it's pretty cool getting to be their teammate.
Yeah. For example, Ali Krieger, and she just announced this is her final season at Gotham. What are your thoughts on her legacy?
She was one of my favorite. I think she was one of the first of my favorite players, like overall, especially in the women's game, because I think I grew up watching mostly like men's soccer. I remember watching the national team and thinking like that player is like that's a true soccer player. Just overall knows the game, just knows everything, can do everything, whatever's asked of her, she can do it. And so I think
Yeah.
being a part of her last season is kind of sad. Like I wish that she wasn't ending quite yet, but I'm extremely honored to be her teammate and to say that I have played amongst her in her career.
Yeah, it would be the best to like send her off with an NWSL championship, right?
Yes, absolutely. That is the goal. That is the motivation.
Yeah. Also, at Red Bull on April 1st, we had our opener, and we also had the return of Sinead Furley. How much does that inspire you in this team, seeing her back on the field?
It's amazing, honestly. I mean, comeback story of I want to say the year, but ever. Who has done something like that? Like her story's amazing, and the fact that she's able to come back and be at the level that she is so inspiring. And I think it's just the push, or like the, yeah, I mean, I guess like the push that a team needs, and like it's the perfect piece to a team like this, because I mean, wow, every day is just so amazing to watch her, still to watch her train and be so good on the ball and just do her thing, and playing with Ireland. Now she's about to be, well, hopefully in the World Cup.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. Like, honestly, I'm speechless when I think about it. I'm speechless when I see her all the time. Like, it's just, wow, you really can't get better than that. Like, I'm like so proud of her. I barely really know her, but like, I'm just so proud, and like that a player like her, because I mean, I hadn't seen her play prior to her return. So seeing her play, I'm like, wow, thank God you came back, because that talent cannot be wasted. A talent like she made. So it's just like, I'm so grateful that she is able to come back and show like why she, you know, was a problem to begin with on the field.
Yeah, we're also so excited that she's here at Gotham. And we've been saying this throughout the shows, like saying how that speaks volumes to what Gotham is creating here. Like, and also here, Gotham is the home of the Black Women's Players Collective. What does that mean to you to join this group of diverse women?
It's pretty refreshing. You don't see it often throughout, I think, not only this league, but just soccer in general. So it's really cool to be a part of a team that has that representation for others, for those in the communities around us, to see that their local pro soccer team has, you know, half the team is minorities. So like, I don't know, like it's just incredible to feel, to be everything. It's back to what I said, it's really refreshing. I love being amongst this group, and especially to even have a Black Women's Players Collective is speaks volumes to how much this league has grown and how much it's going to continue to grow, and that it's all player led. These are players that did this themselves and created this space and this whole thing by themselves. So it's inspiring, and I love it.
Yeah, it's very inspiring. And also, it just makes sense, because as a player, you know what players need and players want, and you know what's missing in the game. So it's really cool that they created this and the players are working, for other players and also to build a better future for other generations coming.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so now we're going to move a little bit to more about the future. What is your next evolution as a player?
I definitely, I see myself having a lot of championships,
Okay.
whether that's, NWSL national team. I want to do it all, and I strive to do it all. And so yeah, I would say that, just a player that can do it all and win everything.
Yeah, I mean, you've been winning ever since you started playing soccer, so I think you're heading there. And
Yeah.
again, with the World Cup around, coming this year, do you think you'll be getting into the next cycle there? Is that in your mind, or is that a goal that you have?
For sure, for sure. I would be lying if I said that I don't think about or strive to be on the national team every time I step on the field. So that is 100% a goal for me, and I would be speechless if I was in the next cycle this year after the World Cup. So that's definitely my focus. Yeah, I that is definitely something I'm striving for.
Yeah. And what about for Gotham? Like, what is your mindset with this team for this season?
For this season and this team, I think it's about being consistent within our group and having that winning mentality every game. I believe that, we have the ability and the potential and all the pieces to win championships, the Shield, the Challenge Cup, all of it. I think it's about putting our best foot forward every time, every game. And yeah, the goal is to win. It's to win and take it game by game, and not jump too far ahead, but not fall too far back, to just keep it steady, and keep it nice and just nice and fun. This is a fun group of players, personality wise. So,
All right, who's the funniest in the team?
who are the funniest? Honestly, I think I'm gonna say the funny. Maybe Evie. Evie's pretty funny. Everybody's honestly pretty funny. They all got some comeback jokes or like something
Yeah.
like a little back and forth, and it's all fun and games. So I feel like
Is it like a roast fest? You know, you roast somebody and they roast you back, or
no, not. I mean, it depends on the situation. It depends. Not too much of like a roast, but
just fun?
just fun.
All right, and last question, and this goes for a friend of the show, Jenna Tonelli. Do you like candy corn?
No,
All right, there you go. You don't like candy corn.
candy corn is just why. Like it's like why.
Yeah.
What is it that do you like candy corn?
If I had to choose, that I wouldn't eat candy corn. But if I had to, I will eat one and I'll be okay. But it's not my candy of choice. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
kind of it kind of tastes like it's like sugar in a shape or like in the consistency of like chalk. I don't know. It's just weird.
yeah. It's just not good. Like it wouldn't kill me. Like if I ate a piece, I wouldn't like throw up. But like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, no,
Yeah, I can eat
you'd
it
be
too,
left
but
out for.
yeah, yeah. I can eat it too, but if I had to choose, I'll be like, no, just give me a Snickers bar or something.
Ooh, okay, that makes me think. I actually have. Do you like jelly beans
Ooh, don't tell me you do the game, the jelly bean game. What
with
is
the
it called?
different like flavors?
Yes.
I actually haven't done it, but I kind of want to.
You have to do it. You have to do it. So it's funny because I just bought the game probably like a month ago and we were
Because
playing.
jelly beans are gonna be stale. Or have
So
you played it yet?
yeah, I played it.
Oh,
I
you said
I
you did.
bought it a month ago, but we played like the next day.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, so it's like a little spinning thing. So you spin it and let's say it's either strawberry or it tastes like trash. And I am
Um,
so mad because every turn I had the one that tasted awful. Like the one that tasted the word, yeah, like I tasted fish, I tasted barf, I
oh,
tasted trash. I was like, at the end, I think I got like birthday cake, but it didn't taste that good either. So
yeah, that is
you gotta play it.
terrible. That would ruin jelly beans, I feel like, for anybody. Like, if you liked them before and you did that and you only got bad ones, like, there's no way somebody could continue to like jelly beans after that.
Oh, I'm gonna bring you one to the game, next game, the
If
second.
it's before the game, it has to be a good one. It can't be bad. I can't have a bad taste in my mouth.
Oh, all right. I'll give it to you after the game.
Yeah, like you gotta do it after or like the day before, then that's fine.
All right.
Or if it's the day of, it has to be like way before, like earlier before the game.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin the game, so I think I'll be saved giving it to you after the game.
Yeah, so
So
way if I like miss a shot, I'll be like, it's cause Ruby gave me a jelly bean.
it was the barf and the jelly bean. No, no, no excuses. Nope, nope. Yeah, but
Nice.
it's such a fun game. It's such a fun game. You guys got to do it. And if you can do it with the girls at Gotham, oh, you have to record it too.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll make that a thing. I'll see what I can do. I'll
Oh,
put that in there somewhere.
sounds good. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna get one for you. I'm gonna give it to you the next home game. And you guys actually gonna play Orlando this weekend. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited. I'm ready to go. This whole chain of games coming up. I'm ready. I'm excited to get into motion and for us to I feel like really showcase not it's obviously not the start of like
Mhm.
who we are as a team because we have had 2 games prior, but yeah, I think that we just get better and better every day. So
Mhm.
I'm excited for everybody to watch.
Yeah. Are you guys in Orlando already or no?
Not yet. We leave tomorrow.
Oh, okay. And good thing it's not a long flight, so you guys can like rest a little.
Yeah, and I didn't know I was kind of skeptical at first. I was like, wait, why aren't we leaving, guys? Like, isn't it far? Because I'm used to it being far from last season. But they're like, no, yeah, it's like, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
only, I think, like 2 hours, maybe 2.5.
Yeah, it's like 2
But
hours.
not bad. And I think
2
we're
hours.
leaving in the morning, so we'll have time.
Yeah, that's cool. And you guys also were there for preseason in Florida.
Hmm.
Do you guys like that? You guys have a lot of
Yeah.
fun?
Yeah. Back to the heat. I
Oh.
like the weather. It's extremely humid, way too humid. But yeah, I'm excited to continue this, like these days of nice sunny days.
Mm-hmm. Well, spring is the best time in New Jersey, so you guys are gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen the cherry blossoms yet?
I haven't. Is
Here
it
and
like
there.
a garden? Like a
No, not
specific,
really. I mean,
just
there's
around?
cherry. Yeah, there's cherry blossoms everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I have seen one, like 2 trees that were next to each other.
Yeah, you gotta
Not
enjoy that too because
outside.
then by the time you come back from Orlando, they're gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Okay.
happens that fast.
Dang. No, yeah, I think I did. I did get to see. I did get to see some, and I was like, "Ooh, those are pretty."
All right. So we don't want to take much of your time. And I just want to say thank you for coming again. Sadly, we come to the end of the interview. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us. There's still more to your story that we like to explore, and hopefully you come back and talk to us further.
Yes, anytime. Thank you for having me. This is fun.
Thank you so much.
Gotham returns to action against the North Carolina Courage at 7:30 p.m. April 22nd. I'm ready to see Gotham return with 3 points. Are you ready, Yazmeen?
I am ready.
Let's go.
Hi, everyone. This is Gary. Thank you for listening and supporting our project. Here are other ways you can support the show and connect with us. First, word of mouth is everything. So please share our show with anyone who might listen. Also, please rate us 5 stars on Spotify and review us on iTunes. You can purchase our merchandise at the TeePublic store. Join in the conversation on Twitter at OverGothamPod and Instagram at SoccerOverGotham. Lastly, you can email your thoughts and questions at soccerovergotham@gmail.com. Once again, thank you.